going? Hi.
I have to say, I don't even know where to begin with you because you always have so much going on. Where do we start?
Oh, gosh. Oh, there's so much. I don't even know where to start.
Well, let's start with this first project because this is kind of a new adventure in food for you. Tell me about it. Tell us all about it.
My Kitchen Rules.
Yep.
This was a show that was until Fox bought the rights to it, the #1 show in Australia for probably 7 years. It took the place of MasterChef, which was the #1 show for so long.
Which saying a lot.
It's saying a lot, absolutely. So Fox bought the rights to My Kitchen Rules and brought it here. And, of course, we know what they did to MasterChef. I mean, they just turned it into this huge brand. And Hell's Kitchen as well. So they know this formula, Fox and these producers. And so it was such an exciting project to be offered to Curtis and I. I mean,
describe the premise to us, because it's a juicy one.
It is really juicy. I mean, it's like nothing else. When you think you've seen everything in competitive cooking, you haven't seen this yet. I mean, just when you think you have. So this is literally 5 celebrities who get to bring someone with them. So it's 5 duos with a celebrity. And we ended up having Ray J and Brandi.
Yep.
You know, the Grammy winner and her brother, Ray J. And we have Naomi, Judd, and her husband. Lance Bass and his mom, Brandi Glanville and Dean Shermette, who have an interesting story because their spouses left them both
for each other.
That's
a whole the fact that you have this backstory in a cooking competition is really something. And then
and then we have Andrew Dice Clay and his wife.
And there's a cooking challenge between 2 dinner parties. Is that
No, it's actually every single one of them have to vie to throw who throws the best Hollywood dinner party in their own home. So you actually get to glimpse into their own home. You get to go into their homes and watch them sweat, cry, throw things, get emotional, break down, laugh. You know, it's really crazy. And then they throw the dinner party in their own home, and all of the other contestants, all the other celebrity duos get to sit and judge them.
They're basically food columnists. They're reviewing their meals.
And then the tables turn.
And so is each episode then leading to a final conclusion where one emerges as the winner, or how does that work?
Absolutely. So there's eliminations, the final rounds, there's eliminations, and every couples get eliminated as they go along with 2 standing, and then they battle it out for the bragging rights to My Kitchen Rules.
And so, which do you think, what do you think is the more interesting part? The fact that you're voyeurs in these very over-the-top personalities in Hollywood, staring at their homes, their outfits, all of them together interacting, or the making of the food? Which wins out in this? Because it's a little bit of both.
Well, I think it's a fantastic combination because what you're seeing is the Grammy winner, the comedian who's on stage, you're seeing the reality
jilted lovers, literally the
jilted lovers. You're seeing these celebrities who you've seen in such a different light, whether it's in a magazine or if it's on television, literally getting into a kitchen, and we all know is one of the most vulnerable places to be. It's where all of your, inhibitions come down. I mean, you're really, you can either rise or you can crumble.
And I
saw that.
I would imagine they all kind of go in thinking they're going to do pretty well. Was there one couple that was just horrible? Their food was just horrible. You don't have to tell us who, but was there one?
Oh, there were definitely. Everybody had moments where their food was horrible.
Okay, let me talk, because you've been on a lot of shows.
Yes.
Where you've had to taste things for the camera and then be like, okay, so have you ever had to eat something and just in your mind think, this is downright awful, but I'm going to smile my way through it? And how do you do that?
Yeah, I've done that several times, especially with when you're on, when they're amateur cooks. They're young, up and coming. They're trying to. They don't have a lot of restraint. Because as young cooks, and I went through the same thing in my young years of not having a lot of restraint. So I would.
When you say a lot of restraint, do you mean like with spices, or do you mean with
everything? Like you want 20 ingredients on the dish because you think it's going to be better if you add more. We all, when you're young, more is, It's
like Vegas.
Better.
More is more.
More is better.
More. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you throw things on the plate for color that don't make sense for the taste. So I think that that happens a lot when you're tasting, especially with amateur cooks. So that does happen, and I have had to smile through it, and I think you have to go to another place.
Yeah. Okay.
Go to another place.
So when you're a celebrity, as you are, and now you work with a lot of other celebrities, there's also that thing where you're on a red carpet. They all have that go-to expression, that go-to pose, because they're really hyper aware of what they look like, because at any moment a photograph is being taken. Are you that aware when you're eating a big mouthful of food, like not to stuff your face or not to make it look like it's terrible?
Yes. I mean, that's a trick that you learn.
Did you practice at home ever, like eating in front of a mirror?
No, I didn't go that far, but
No?
I did learn that, you know, when you're on a cooking show, when you're judging, when you're on you're on a morning show, for
Right.
instance, even then, when you're doing a final tasting, or, you know, when I'm doing Wendy Williams tomorrow,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
with her.
What's the secret? What's the little tip you taught you?
Take a small bite. You
Right.
take a small bite, do a small chew, and then you can speak.
Right.
You know?
That's
And I think
always like
that's
that's always the
thing.
opposite of what I do. I always eat like there's a deadline. Like there's some like I'm going to the
it's gonna be
chair
taken
tomorrow.
away.
You know what I mean? Like exactly. I don't think it was because I didn't like the dinner table with my family, so I would do anything to be done.
Right.
Like I'd just be like,
Yeah.
gotta go. Three's Company's on or something. Like so I would just shovel my face with food really quick, and I still have not broken the habit.
haven't been able
It's
to
not
do that,
flattering. Okay, so you come from a restaurant family. You
Yes.
come from a food family. And is it true, because I don't, I love Wikipedia as much as the next guy, but is it true that you gave your father and grandfather a business proposal when you were 15 or 16?
My godfather, yeah.
Godfather?
He had restaurants, and I did.
What was it typed up, or was it like on a piece of
overachiever.
tablet paper, like make me a restaurant? What was the business proposal at
It
that
was
age?
yellow. It was yellow.
It's like the
tablet
yellow, it's
paper.
like scratched with like crayon with the
Scratchy paper,
R's
yeah,
reversed.
exactly.
No, what was
Little-
it really?
Little graphics and no.
What
No,
did
it really
say?
was. It was like a business proposal, as you know, as you could do as a 15-year-old. I'm sure there was no projections at all, business projections whatsoever.
But the fact that you knew to do a
just an
business
idea and a
proposal, what did it
concept.
say? Kind of, what was your concept?
It was, I wanted to have a Greek Mediterranean restaurant. I wanted to have this type of food. It was, Greek food, and it was pretty. It was pretty
serious.
tangible.
Yeah.
It was pretty tangible too. I mean, there were some things that were, I want to have a playground for all the kids. I mean, that wasn't very tangible.
It's like it's not Chuck E. Cheese. Right?
I want to have trampolines. No, but
I can see like hummus and trampolines and like rooms full of balls. They don't really work.
It wasn't Chuck E. Cheese level, but
Okay.
I definitely, I think it was tangible. And I kind of did that when I opened Cuisina on the boardwalk at Disney. It was kind of that fruition of that.
You kind of lived that dream out. What was their reaction at the time?
But he was blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, when your child brings you something like that, you kind of go, "Ooh,
Yeah,
damn, my
she's
kid's
serious.
a genius."
Yeah. When was the first sign, maybe that your parents recognized or someone in your family realized, oh, she's going to be part of this? Like, she's going to be part of this business? Or was there ever a time that you were like, anything but food? Did that ever happen to you?
That I didn't want to be in food at
yeah.
all.
Like, when you were a rebellious teenager, was like anything but what my family's doing? Or did you always know? That
No, I always knew. But I think there was a time when I thought, this was before when I went to college, because I graduated from college. I went and got a degree in exercise physiology and
So
modern nutrition.
what?
Am I talking too fast?
No, what was that you studied?
Exercise physiology.
Exercise physiology.
And
in Mississippi, where you grew
Yes.
up? Okay.
Yeah, in Mississippi. At
I don't see the transition. How did it get to that? How did it...
Well, because I was, it's a big field there. Like
Yeah.
physiology is a big field. Sports medicine is a big field in the South. And
by the way, you're very fit. Like, you've got like power arms. I saw them when you,
saw
were
them
putting
when
your
you-
jacket
you
on.
snuck
Have
a
you ever
look at
seen
us
how
and-
strong you're strong?
Do you want to see my arms?
I do.
You wanna see
I
my
do.
arms?
Here, let me hold it. I'll hold it. It's really impressive, though. I was like,
Impressive, but
No.
no. I work hard on them, though.
no, look at this. You could snap me like a twig. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, let's hear it for the arms. I was the kid you would have picked on in high school. I'm serious. Like, you'd have been like, you could have snapped me. But you take that really seriously, and it's great.
I love to work out. I love to stay fit. It helps me mentally too.
Yeah. Was that always the case? Because you majored in college,
Yeah.
and you're also in a business where you're eating constantly,
Yeah.
right?
Constantly. I mean, you're constantly tasting a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between people say, how do you stay so slim? And well, first of all, I have to work out. I'm not
Right.
naturally slim. I have to work at it. And I have to work out every day. I don't have to.
I was going to say, you seem like you would be naturally slim.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I have,
I'm going to take your word for it, but you
Yeah.
still, like you, because
I
you,
think that I
when's the
gotta
last
work
time you
at
ever,
it.
like, you've worked out forever, so you wouldn't even know if you weren't
maybe
natural.
now,
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know now,
Right,
but
right.
maybe at one. I mean, I was in college. I mean,
Yeah.
in high school, I had the college.
We have the
10 or
freshman
whatever.
15. We all have
Freshman
that,
15,
right?
I had
Some of
that.
us, I didn't lose
Too
mine,
much
but
beer
okay.
and partying and having too much fun, but too much junk food, right? And then I changed my lifestyle.
Yeah.
I went literally in college. I changed my lifestyle completely. and started
What's your
eating
guilty
healthy.
pleasure food, though? What is like, give me a Snickers, I'm just, like, everyone
I
look
will
away.
tell you, every once in a while, I have to, like every 6 months, I have to run by the store and I have to get wheat bread and I have to get cheese, like just cheddar cheese. It
Yeah,
can be,
like
it can be the
individually
craft-
wrapped slices.
It can be
Okay,
the wrapped slices.
I'm listening. I'm waiting for it to get
Turkey.
naughty. Okay.
It will.
Like,
Don't worry.
ooh, eat bread. You're such a rebel. I mean, like.
I'm not there yet.
Okay,
Let me get there.
okay. All right.
I have to have some pickles, mustard,
Okay.
fresh sandwich, right?
Okay.
But then I put barbecue pop chips on them.
Okay. In the middle of the
And
bread
then
or
I
on top?
have in the middle.
Okay.
And
yeah,
I
of course.
smash it all
'Cause I was gonna say
together.
on top, it just kind of falls off.
And then I smash it all together.
Okay.
And it's
That's good.
amazing.
I mean, I would say
And
like
then
if
I
it doesn't have
thought-
chocolate
and then I-
drizzled on it, it's not that
I
rebellious.
finish it up with some frozen Reese's.
Oh,
peanut butter cups.
okay. Redemption came in the form of the frozen Reese's.
So delicious.
Yeah, because so
okay?
far all I was hearing is like, oh, a slice of cheese.
Wheat bread and some lettuce.
Right. Every time, once in a while, I have a
bread.
single
and I
Hershey
throw
kiss.
some Swiss cheese on there.
Right. Okay. But it does, but only every 6 months.
No, not 3 months or so. I just get a craving for it. I
Right.
don't know. Do you guys ever just get that craving? I need that fresh sandwich.
Yeah.
I need some barbecue pop chips on it. Now they have the hot, spicy barbecue pop chips,
Yes.
right?
I think I'm with Isa. We get the craving part. We don't get the every 6 months part. Like that.
Okay, every 3 months.
Okay, good.
I'll throw it
Okay,
every
no.
3 months.
That's- but
what
so-
about you? What is your guilty pleasure?
Okay, road tripping. If I'm road tripping, I go to the convenience store. This is mortifying. Okay, I will get a Coke Zero because I'm addicted to Coke Zero.
Okay.
A Slim Jim.
Okay.
A Slim Jim.
Yeah, I like turkey
probably a
jerky.
Hershey with like it just becomes this binge fest. It's just
Yeah.
disgusting road
Jerky's
trip.
delicious. I think
Jerky's
jerky-
delicious. Yes, jerky is, and then a bag of. And
guess,
I will
is that a
also,
guilty pleasure,
Now
jerky?
there are all these artisanal jerkies out
Yeah.
though. Now it's like peach. You know, like I don't understand some of the flavors,
Yeah.
but now I feel like I owe it to. I'm what they call an early adopter. You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
new. I'll try it. Which
I
is
love
great
the
for you
jerkies.
because you're the one putting out the products. I'm the one eating them.
We love you.
Thank you.
And what else? Is that it?
No,
That's
it's
not
just
that- that's not that
I also say
crazy.
ice cream is my weakness too, but this is not. You'll notice I'm not on this thing. We're not interviewing me. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but I
not
wanna
about
know.
me.
Aren't you guys curious?
Ben and Jerry's, Rocky Road, anything chocolate, really anything chocolate.
Okay.
I love chips. I love pop chips. Both the sweet sour one, like the sweet and salty ones,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
kettle corn ones.
The
love
hotter the
those.
better for me.
I like a Dorito.
The hotter the better.
Yeah.
I
Have you
mean-
tried the Cheetos that are really fiery?
I don't do the Cheeto things.
No.
I don't do them. The
right.
pop chips, the hotter the better.
Yeah,
It's like just
okay.
like
Just fiery. So
like
you're a
like, you
sriracha
can't
gal?
breathe.
Do you like
Can't breathe.
sriracha in your
the
cooking?
Sriracha. I love sriracha.
Yeah, like some people
Sriracha
have that like
anything.
DNA for sriracha, and I have to do it in small doses. Yeah, just,
that.
just like
Yeah.
intravenously. Okay, how many restaurants do you have right now?
I've got 7 now. I've got one in Singapore as well, and I'm opening 4 more. I just opened a great craft burger place in Santa Barbara. Amazing burger.
When's the last time you had a burger?
2 days ago.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of burger?
Well, I have all of these amazing burgers on there. I've got this burger with like a great fried egg and cheddar and bacon. I've got a Montecito burger.
Now you're
That's
speaking my language.
My Montecito burger is got goat cheese. I've got grilled onions on it. I've got an onion ring on it. I've got truffle aioli on it and arugula to die for. I mean, I just created all these burgers I love.
Is the hardest part like? Do you ever think to yourself, how am I going to come up with a name for one more dish? Because it's got to be hard to come up with names. You have 5 restaurants, so you have to like the Montecito. I would never think, let's call this the Montecito.
Well, we named all the burgers because I opened it in my neighborhood, and it's called the Mesa. It's called Mesa Burger,
Right.
Which we plan on expanding because Mesa really is Spanish for table, so we can take
Perfect.
that anywhere. But we named them all the burgers after local places in Santa Barbara. So if you're ever in Santa Barbara,
Smart.
you got to come
Yeah.
and check it out. And it's just local brews, wines, great salads, craft burgers. I mean, it's really hot.
Do you surf?
I do.
I feel like you'd be a great surfer. I just
surf.
feel like with the arms
Well, I
and
grew up
the
water
California.
skiing my whole life.
Yeah.
Water skiing. I wanted to be a pro skier actually when I wanted to go to Busch Gardens
and just like major in
ski on
water
the
skiing.
pyramids, right?
I wanted
You know,
to
that-
always. They still have the pyramids at they used to
Yes,
have
that's
when
what
I
I
was a
wanted to
kid.
do. I wanted to be a pro
amusement
skier.
parks. They would have them all dressed up as superheroes and they do water ski
Love
pyramids.
it. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do. Be on
Yeah.
top of the pyramid skiing.
Yeah, totally.
Pro skier.
What a way to make a living, right? Okay, so you got this show. You've done a lot of shows. When did you realize? First of all, what was the hardest part of doing all this on TV? Would you say?
Of just doing a show.
Or just like being in this business, even whether it's on TV or both.
I think the hardest part is just part of the job is what you sign up for is everything that you do is under a microscope, and
Right.
it's always going to be public. Just
Yeah.
like my divorce this year was,
Right.
Everywhere. So
Right.
that's and that it goes with the territory. You have to eat it because
Yeah.
you signed up for it. But it's painful.
Right. And so,
but I think that's tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And so then did you ever think, okay, so if TV wasn't here,
Yes.
if you weren't doing restaurants, if you weren't doing food, what do you think it would be?
I would definitely be performing. I'd probably be acting.
Yeah, I can see it.
Music, something. I would be definitely doing something. Probably
Okay,
acting.
so of the shows that are on TV right now, whether it's acting or if it's like, I think you could kick ass at American Ninja War. I always think I want to be on American Ninja War. Like, we could do something right here.
I could totally.
You
yeah.
could.
I could.
We got the scaffolding
right
ready.
I could do some pull-ups.
The warped wall.
Doing some. Yeah. Let's do it.
What show would you?
I could just run across.
I know exactly, and I'll watch.
You're not gonna spot me at least.
Well, I'll spot you, but I don't think I could keep up.
He'll be like,
Right, exactly. We'll be we'll be right
minute.
back. We just go to a test pattern. So what? Yeah, like I guess we just answered the question. We do American Ninja Warrior, and I'd be on the sidelines cheering you on. That's good. A lot of people want to do what you do. A lot of people watching would love to be in your shoes. Probably they don't know all that goes into it because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it is certainly there's a lot of fun involved. And as you said, there are some struggles with your personal life being out in the open to some extent. What advice would you give to people? And I'm sure you get this question a lot. But what is it that you wish you had known when you started all this?
I think I would have known that just to what I know now is to just take it easy, and enjoy the ride a little more, I mean, I think that.
Have you learned that even yourself though? Because you're still working really hard.
I'm not as much as I want to be. I've found some balance. I still need to find more balance in my life, but.
You have 4 children, right?
I have 4 boys, 13, 9, and 2 7-year-olds.
And double that in restaurants.
And double that
more
in
babies.
Restaurants and
how many hours of sleep do you get?
Shows and not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot.
I flew in on a red eye at 8 o'clock this morning. I didn't get any sleep, but you
Can't
know
do
what?
the red eye.
That's like
Can you sleep on a plane?
No. I can't very well. Not very well. I woke up on the plane and everybody was sleeping. I was like, how are these people sleeping?
Yeah. And I usually fly coach, so if I do get first class, I want to stay awake just because of the stuff that comes.
Yeah,
I'm going to stay, and I'm going to have every cookie that comes over, and I'm going to have the champagne. Literally, I still am like that 10-year-old kid, like, this is great. It's so awesome.
I'm going to watch all the movies,
right?
shows,
Exactly.
drink everything I can.
Yeah, exactly. So you started in Mississippi. We're going to get to audience Q&A in a second.
Yeah.
How did you get out of Mississippi? What was the thing that got you out?
Well, I think it was just the fact that I grew up with amazing parents who they raised me to go. They raised me to just get out and explore and go.
Because Mississippi's great. It's nothing against Mississippi, but you had big dreams at the time.
I had a bucket list when I was very young that I was going to live in New York and I was going to go to Paris and I was going to live in California. I mean, I had a lot of, because I had wanderlust when I was super young. I mean, I had all this dreams. And so I think for me, it was not even a question that I was going to get out and backpack after college and that I was going to go and do something outside of Mississippi. And my parents were all for it. They were like, we want you to go. We want you to go out in the world. We want you to have an amazing career. We want you to stand on your own. We don't want you to be dependent on anyone.
That's amazing.
And so they were always
very supportive.
Very supportive like that.
What's the one food you can't stand eating? Just doesn't taste good?
It used to be caraway seeds. I used to have a thing about it. I don't know. Not anymore. I eat rye bread now.
Because rye bread.
I eat rye bread now. I love it.
I can't do rye.
I mean, I don't like a lot of inside. And I will eat it because I'm a chef. I'll eat tripe and I don't like a lot of innards.
Tripe. Do you know what tripe is? It's basically like everything that was left. They're like, don't throw that away.
Intestines,
and then they put it like a stomach
and things. I won't eat that.
No, and we're very fortunate to live in a time where we don't
really have to.
At the time that tripe was like a thing, I guess, it was because it was like you could not waste a single morsel.
Just anything that like stuff goes through, I don't want to eat it.
Basically, intestines. You don't want to eat somebody's stomach or an intestine.
No.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Good
anything
rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Anything that something passes through.
Anything that passes through, I don't want to eat it.
I can live with that.
You.
And we have a question right here from my friend in the audience.
Hi.
Hey, Kat. So I was wondering, is it hard to balance eating healthy or creating healthy dishes with trying to get flavor or something tasty?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, when I'm creating a concept like a burger place, I mean, we probably there were many times where we had to taste 100 burger patties, and so trying to bite into 100 burger patties and try to then go cleanse that out. Yeah, it's a little tough, but it's what, it's what I have to do as a chef to create an amazing concept, which I ended up doing. And I think that it's really just finding that balance. So if I'm going to go taste burger patties, it takes 100 burgers, in one day, or 60 or 65 or whatever, in the next 5 days, I'm going to be eating kale salad, or I'm going to be eating something that's going to cleanse. So it's just a balance. But as a chef, I need to taste. As part of my job, I have to make sure that I'm always growing my palate and evolving my palate, which is really important to me as a chef. So I have several concepts right now. I have a gastropub I'm working on. I have a soul food, fried chicken concept I'm working on. So those are, definitely concepts that are rich flavors and a lot of rich ingredients. And I think that for me, it's just finding that balance between, eating clean and then having those tasting days.
Do you have a go-to person that you like to bring in to be like, you like this stuff more than I do? Does my friend fill in the blank like it? Are you ever cooking in your mind for someone you know would love something? Because you eat very light yourself.
You mean as far as like kind of the heavier
in your
things?
mind,
Yeah.
like with this fried chicken, I don't imagine you eat a lot of fried chicken. So do you think to myself, oh, my Aunt Phyllis would love this? I'm assuming you have.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I think about my friends. I think about people, the audience, the people that I'm going to have that are going to be coming through. Yeah, I do. But I really, as a chef, when you're creating a menu, you really have to, it's almost like writing a novel. You have to sit down and you have to be very quiet and you have to focus, because what I have to do is I have to, while I'm creating this menu, I'm tasting everything in my mind.
In your mind.
It sounds bizarre, but I'm tasting all the dishes. I'm putting all the components together, and I'm taking a bite of that hamburger, and I'm tasting it, and then I'm writing it down.
That's amazing. Just the fact that you go through that.
I mean, frankly, I didn't even cook through the burgers on this menu until the day we got the kitchen open.
Wow. Because you can conceptualize flavor.
I can conceptualize
which is
flavor,
a talent
yeah.
you had to develop, I'm sure.
Yeah, you develop it, yeah. So
wow. I wish I could
doing the same thing
conceptualize
with
it.
the menu. I've already finished the menu for this whole fried chicken place, and I haven't cooked through one thing.
Nice.
I already just know it's going to taste good.
I'm conceptualizing a Slim Jim and Doritos right now. Who's next? Who do we have next? Oh, there we go. Hi.
I wanted to see if there was a dream location of a restaurant you'd want to open, and also if you have any tips for how to enjoy television without gaining too much weight on the couch watching it.
Good question.
I love that. Well, you could do, in between commercials, sit down and do some,
Do you do like lateral raises and crunches?
Some, crunches in between commercials, work it off, do a little push-ups. Yeah, do a little core fit during commercial time,
It is good. And you can even do this during the show, right? I mean, it's not going to be fun.
You can do some of this.
But you can do the dips. Oh, little tricep dips.
Yeah,
Well, see, I know of these things.
Yeah. Get some, milk carton or whatever. I don't know.
Medicine ball, milk carton. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a full milk carton.
Not a soda bottle. That means that's, not a...
Right, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. I have a problem. We have time for one more. Who do we have?
Hey guys, happy Motivational Monday. I'm feeling the vibe up there.
Hey.
Brian, forget the 9s. You're addressed to the 10s, my
Thank
man.
you
Styling
very
and
much.
profiling.
Styling.
You're the
You
best.
are
Thank
killing
you.
it.
Thank you.
Kat, this question's for you. It's 2017. New Kyle, I decided to do the whole 30. Now I'm eliminating sugars and all that kind of stuff for the next 30 days, trying to live a healthier lifestyle.
Right.
That fire's in the kitchen, bada bing, bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you
Da-da-da-da-do,
doing?
da-da-do,
I love this
da-da-da.
guy.
Exactly.
Yes, I get it.
So in your opinion, I want to impress somebody. Hey, Lauren, how you doing? Love you, boo. What can I do
Love you, my
on
boo.
my own? Sending love
Got a
out
boo
there.
out there too.
Mwah.
This is amazing. What was
Thank
the
you.
question? I don't remember.
So to impress this person without like using the breads and all the sugars, what is your go-to dish that I could do that not being a master in the kitchen?
Without breads and sugars and all that.
Yeah,
It's kind of
exactly.
already like an entree type thing.
Right.
Protein.
Exactly.
I do this cinnamon Greek stewed chicken that's really good. I think stewing foods like braising and stewing is a really lean way to eat. But it's also this time of year, obviously, it's something really good. So if you're wanting to press your boo, this is a good dish. Cinnamon stewed chicken. It's really simple, too. It's really easy. Got a lot of nice flavors in it. So it's a lot of good flavors that'll add that you don't have to add fat to. That makes sense? So tomato, oregano, good herbs, garlic, onion. And then you have that cinnamon rub on the chicken that you sear it. And then you stew it all together.
And the stewing just like infuses all those flavors,
Falling
right?
off the bone. It's delicious.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We'll have to put it up on AOL now.
I think we
We'll
will.
have to like do that. So we'll get it up there for you. But you can also go online and just keyword Greek cinnamon stewed chicken, Cat Cora, or whatever, and you'll find it. Yeah.
Cat Cora, cinnamon.
Greek cinnamon stewed chicken.
Stewed chicken, whatever. Got
Whatever.
it. Okay.
Yeah, whatever boo.
We have to just say, tune in Thursday night. Is that right?
Thursday night, 9 p.m. after Hell's Kitchen, Fox.
The amazing Cat Cora, everybody. Thank you so much.